Authentic living. Authentic living. Y'all on board for that?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Authentic means real, true, and genuine. Authentic is not copied or false, but it is absolutely expressing the truth of our own nature. And so authentic living means being who we have come here to be. Being who we have come here to be, being real and genuine, and expressing the greatness we came here to express. It means sharing who we are, shining our light, and being sensitive to ourselves and to others. So, have you ever tried to be like someone else? Has anybody ever done that, like maybe when you were a teenager? Okay, I'm not the only one, right? Well, here's a cute story about that from one of the Chicken Soup for the Soul books. The author of the story is unknown, and it is entitled, Be Yourself. Ever since I was a little kid, I didn't want to be me. I wanted to be like Billy Whittleton, and Billy Whittleton didn't even like me. I walked like he walked, I talked like he talked, and I even signed up for the high school that he signed up for, which was when Billy Whittleton changed. In high school, he began to hang around Herbie Vanderman. He walked like Herbie Vanderman. He talked like Herbie Vanderman. He mixed me up because then I began to walk and talk like Billy Whittleton, who was walking and talking like Herbie Vanderman. And then it dawned on me that Herbie Vanderman walked and talked like Joey Haviland. And Joey Haviland walked and talked like Corky Sabinson. So here I am, walking and talking like Billy Whittleton's imitation of Herbie Vanderman's version of Joey Haviland, trying to walk and talk like Corky Sabinson. And who do you think Corky Sabinson is always walking and talking like? Well, of all people, that Dopey Wellington, that little pest who walks and talks like me. So are you comfortable enough with yourself to be able to be willing to live authentically? And where is it that you are sharing, where you're comfortable enough to share who you really are? Are there situations where that's easier, situations where that's harder? Where you can share your feelings and your precious dreams and all that wants to come through you? And who are the people that really welcome your authentic self? Is it absolutely just your family? Those in our community? Who is it in your life that welcomes who you are? That you can talk to? That you can cry with when you need to? You can share your sadness and your joys. And are there areas of your life where it might be a good thing, a positive thing, to bring out more of your authenticity? Where you might want to be more yourself, show more of who you really are. Now, maybe you feel free and authentic when you're playing with your grandkids, but maybe not so much when you're with your grown kids or when you're with your coworkers. Maybe you feel free and open with your spouse and your siblings, your partner, but no one else. What's it like for you? Where are you open and willing to be authentic? And what keeps us from sharing all of who we are? Eckhart Tolle said, whoops, no, we don't want to do that. Eckhart Tolle said, only the truth of who you are, if realized, will set you free. Only the truth of who you are, realized, will set you free. So if we're really going to live authentically, we have to know and remember who we are. one of the things I love to do is remind you who you are. Remind you that all that you are and all that you ever have been is an expression of the divine. That it has chosen to live as you, to look through your eyes, to look through your perceptions, to love in your way, to show up as authentically as you can. You are enough, and your life matters. You are enough, and your life matters. Now, here's what Carl Sagan had to say. Okay. The cosmos is within us. We are made of star stuff. We are a way for the universe to know itself. The cosmos is within us. We're made of star stuff. We are a way for the universe to know itself. You are a way for the universe to know itself. Because, I mean, I don't know. If I was like God, like the big thing God, I don't know that it'd be much fun to be a rock. But, you know, if you could be somebody that could have relationships and that could have experiences and that could make mistakes and that could do stuff and learn stuff, that sounds like it would be a lot more fun to me. So you're a way for the universe to express and experience and grow. You are a unique, individualized expression of God. No one ever has been like you, and no one ever will be like you. That's how important you are. I love what John Mason said. You were born an original, don't die a copy. You were born an original. That's what you are here to shine. I mean, do you want to get to the end of your days here on this planet Earth and without having expressed what you've come here to express? Do you want to get to the end and say, oh, but I wish I had loved more. I wish I had shown more of who I am to those that I love. I wish I had played more. We have the opportunity to move into greater authenticity now. So is there a part of you that you haven't let out much or haven't let out for a long time? Maybe the artist? Maybe the playful one? Maybe the open-hearted, caring person who's vulnerable and can love and receive love in some amazing ways? Maybe the wise healer. And if you're not letting that part out, why not? Why not now? Why not now starting today? I'd say it's about time. According to the Gospel of Thomas, Jesus said, if you bring forth that which is within you, what you bring forth will save you. If you do not bring forth that what is within you, what you do not bring forth will destroy you. So it's there. The real you is there. It can either be used for your joy and for the edification of the world, or it's probably not going to feel so good. Because what is within you is divine life. The absolute limitlessness of everything. That energy, that essence, that is love, that is joy, that goes by 1,000 names. Now, I know some of us don't bring out what is within us because of fear. We've got our reasons. We've been burned. We've been hurt. We've been taught maybe that we're not enough and that we're not worthy to show all that we are. Maybe you were told as a kid that you shouldn't rock the boat. Just play along. Do what everyone else is doing. Play it safe. Get used to the fact that you're just fine with just enough. You don't need abundance. Maybe some of us got some messages like that. Now, what I know about little kids is that they love to toot their own horn. They love to show you their amazing drawings. They love to show you their expressive dances. They love to read you their stories. They love to just be seen for who they are and for what they have brought forth. I know that they're not being conceited. They're not making too much of themselves. They're just being who they are, letting that authenticity show, being willing to be present as who they are. Somewhere along the line, many of us lost that. What I know is that you don't need to cover up your greatness, and I don't need to cover up my greatness in order to acknowledge somebody else's greatness. We can all be fabulous. We can all live magnificent lives. But there's a key, and that key is vulnerability. We have to be willing to be vulnerable to ourselves and to others. I loved your readings, both of them, just absolutely perfect. Brené Brown talks so much about authenticity and about vulnerability. I mean, she has done studies on it, on how primarily women don't allow themselves to be vulnerable because of shame. Men primarily don't let themselves be vulnerable because, as a whole, in the general sense, they're just more afraid to show up, more afraid of what other people will think, more tuned into the fact that they have to live a particular way. But all of us get the challenge to be more vulnerable. Mother Teresa said, honesty and transparency make you vulnerable. Be honest and transparent anyway. So honesty and transparency make us vulnerable, but we can do it anyway. It takes guts and vulnerability to live an authentic life. And we do have to be tuned in, vulnerable to ourselves as well as to other people. Now, as many of you know, I turned 70 this week, and usually I just love my birthdays. I mean, I've been known to wear the birthday twangers on my head. I've been known to go to airports with a t-shirt that said, today is my birthday, you know, just so people would say happy birthday, and just so I could keep celebrating, because it's always been a lot of fun. And of course, I always think about my mother on my birthday because, well, you know, without her, I wouldn't be here, wouldn't have any birthdays. But this year was different. This year on my birthday, I woke up feeling really, really sad. And at first I wasn't quite sure, but you know, I knew I had a choice. I knew I could either do my usual, woohoo, it's my birthday thing, or that I could actually honor what was going on and explore it a little bit. Because as well as being sad, I was kind of curious. It's like, well, where did this come from? What is this about? And so I took time. I took some time to go inside with meditation and contemplation and journaling. And what I realized was that there was just this sadness because I'm turning 70 and my mother died when she was 60. And so there are these 10 years that she didn't have. And so as I thought back, I mean, I thought about the amazing life that she did have and all that she taught me, because, you know, she's the one that really gave me the beginnings of these teachings. She didn't call it science of mind, but she's the one that really raised me in this kind of teaching that's powerful and that lets me know that I can do what I want and be who I choose to be. So I realized that, you know, I have had these 10 years that, and I we'll have more, that are just a gift. So I've gotten to appreciate all that's happened, you know. I wouldn't be here with all of you without this blessed time. And so that was really an interesting thing for me. It was an important reminder of the importance of allowing ourselves to feel what we feel. Now, sometimes in our teaching, we dwell so much on think of the good stuff, create it the way you want to. And of course, all this is real and all of this is good and all of these are good tools. But I think sometimes we don't talk quite enough about, and you know, give yourself a chance to feel your feelings, because that is spirit also. That is spirit also. Our joy comes from the same place as our sadness. Our excitement comes from the same place as that disappointment that we sometimes feel. It all comes from spirit. It all is a part of who we are and can lead us into leading a more magnificent life. So the part of this, us that feels, is an important part to pay attention to. Without our willingness to tell the truth about what we're experiencing and what we're feeling, we can't really get ready to move forward into something greater. So how do we find and live from that authentic place within? We have to give ourselves time to explore. We have to give ourselves time for wonder and awe and curiosity. If we just keep going at a zillion miles an hour and never even slow down, we don't get a chance to discover. Dr. Dennis Merritt Jones wrote in the March issue of the Science of Mind magazine, "When did you last take the time to gaze upward on a clear night and scan the infinite canopy of stars, contemplating where the edge of the universe might be, and perhaps wondering what your role in the grand scheme of such an amazing cosmic story spanning 14 billion years? If it has been a while, you may want to consider some stargazing one night soon, because it will energize you and awaken that explorer spirit within." And of course, spiritual practice supports our authenticity. As we do the spiritual practices of meditation and contemplation, we realize our oneness with all that is. We realize that because it is moving into and as us, we can choose the parts that come through. We can choose to express the joy. We can choose to express the love. We can choose to express the excitement. We can choose to honor all that our inner life brings to us. We're reminded that even at a cellular level, at a subconscious level, we're one, connected with the divine and connected with all that is. So take a breath. Feel that place within you that is spirit, that has always been there. It's the essence of who you are. Your essence is divine. It's love, it's light, it's wisdom. If we take the time to stop and listen, it will provide all of the guidance that we could ever want or need. It's here for us. It's that God spark that is within you that is alive and well and wants to express in ways that only you can express. That, my dear ones, is the authentic you. That is the one that we want to see as much as possible. And as we use the spiritual practice of affirmations, we do positive statements said over and over, we reprogram our minds. We give our conscious mind the reminder of what it is that we want to see, what it is that we want to create in our life. Powerful, 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 because we can remind ourselves that I'm here to shine. I'm here to make noise. I'm here to express in the ways that I am led to express as the divine. And of course, as we use the spiritual practice of spiritual mind treatment or affirmative prayer, we get to connect with that creative power that is ours to use. And then we get to call into our lives. We get to embody, we get to accept that which we want to experience, that which we want to grow into, the relationships that we want to have. We get to create our own reality. And you know, as we do this stuff, and as we allow ourselves to become more authentic, as we're willing to show others who we are, and as we're willing to see for ourselves who we are, the result is that we get happier. We get happier. We get healthier because there's not so much stress. When you're in this place of being willing to be, being willing to express, you know, it's just not so stressful. And our lives flow with more ease and grace because we're tuned into the universal guidance. Our abundance and our good can get to us without us blocking it. And so we get the chance to be vulnerable, and we get the chance to always, always, always intend authenticity. So let's close with an affirmation. Sandy, could we have the screen, please? While we wait for that, I will say
I
it.
think you did it when you
Oh,
the
you
podium.
think I did it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, the affirmation is, the cosmos is within me. I am made of star stuff. I am a way for the universe to know itself. I choose authentic living. So you can just okay, great. The cosmos is within me. Repeat, or say it with me, please.
The cosmos is within me. I am made of star stuff. I am a way for the universe to know itself. I choose authentic living.
Let's do it one more time.
The cosmos is within me. I am made of star stuff. I am a way for the universe to know itself. I choose authentic living.
And with that, let's move into prayer. As practitioners, stand with me. I so know that we are made of star stuff, the same substance and from the same ideas of all that has ever been created, from that oneness, from that great idea of universes that just keep expanding, people that just keep evolving, love that just keeps growing, light that just keeps shining. I know that that is what we have stepped onto this planet for. I know that I am one with all of that, and I know that each one here is one with that. And so we are gifted. We are gifted with the creative process that we can use. And so knowing that, I speak my word, knowing that as each of us goes forward this week, Our paths are filled with all that is needed for us to be willing to be authentic. The encouragement, the support, the words, the guidance, the love. As we move forth, as we absolutely move forth into knowing our greatness and the greatness of all of those that we encounter. And so I am grateful, grateful, grateful that we are blessed. I'm grateful that as we go forth in blessing, being blessed, being a blessing. And so I just let this go into that all-powerful law that knows how to take ideas and absolutely, magically turn them into stuff and experiences and manifestations. And so in gratitude, I let it go, I let it be, and so it is.